Today we've got the first look at the new Galaxy S25 Ultra thanks to a live hands-on video. We've also got more confirmation on the specs and the color options, so hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So first up, before we get into the reveal, we'll get the only bit of bad news out the way. In a recent FCC certification for the S25 series, it confirms that the device is about to launch, but it also confirms what we've previously been told by leakers, and that's no improvements to fast charging on the S25 Ultra. Now, it was listed as 45-watt fast charging, which is the same as its predecessor, and the standard S25 may even have slower charging than last year. Now, next up, we've got some great news on the performance though, and we've had leaked benchmarks for the S25 Plus over on Geekbench 6, and it shows some great results. Now, it's the S25 Plus powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite, and it scored 3,160 for single core and then 9,941 for multi-core. And this is a huge improvement over the S24 benchmarks, and interestingly enough, I've just reviewed the Magic 10 Pro, and that's also powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite, and that scored 3,136 for single and 9,728 for multi-core. So it shows that Samsung are already doing a great job with the chip performance, and there's plenty of time for further optimization. Now, there are also reports of big yield problems with Samsung's in-house Exynos 2500, and some reports are saying that it's going to be completely cancelled altogether, whereas other reports are saying that there's going to be less regions using it thanks to the low yields in production. But regardless, we know the S25 Ultra is going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite in all regions. Now, next up, we've got the colors confirmed for the S25 and the S25 Plus in possibly the strangest way we've seen yet. And Roland Quant has shared images of the SIM tray replacement parts, and these confirm that it's going to be coming in black, green, purple, blue, and then this white silver. Now, next up, when it comes to the S25 Ultra, we've got leaked images as well as a leaked video, and if we start with the images, you can see, as always, they're low quality and not giving us a great look, but it does appear to be a real Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now, you can see we've got the new curved edge design, and then we've got a shot of the bottom half while the phone is being charged. And then finally, we get a shot of the bottom of the phone, and this confirms that all of the leaks were correct when it comes to the design. Now, if that wasn't enough, we've also got this video here from the same person, and again, the quality isn't great, but it does look to be the real Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, and it also goes to show how accurate on-leaks renders were that he delivered months ago. Now, of course, I've also created these renders here of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra in my hand, and this gives you guys a good look at what you can expect from the phone, and I've tried to keep this as accurate as possible. But now we've seen the rear of the phone in these live images and videos, we can see that the cameras on my model are actually incorrect and they need some slight tweaking. Now, for those of you excited for the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra though, we're now going to run through the full specs, design, and the expected pricing of each model in the range to help you guys decide which one is right for you. So hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So first up, we've got the standard Galaxy S25, which is coming with a 6.36-inch dynamic AMOLED display with improvements to brightness and color accuracy. We're getting a 120Hz display with HDR10 Plus and a resolution of 1080 by 2340, and of course protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 3. We get a 12-megapixel punch-hole camera for the selfies, and then on the rear it's a triple camera setup consisting of a wide, an ultra-wide, and a telephoto camera, but unfortunately at this time we don't know the exact sensors being used. It's going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite in the USA, and the global models are going to be using the Exynos 2500, and it's coming with a choice of 8 or 12 gigabytes of RAM and 128 up to 512 gig storage, and this will be UFS 4. It's coming with a 4100 mAh battery with 45-watt fast charging, and it will of course come with 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra-wideband support, and it's going to be launching with One UI 7 based on Android 15, and it's expected to launch from around $800 in January 25. So next up, we've got the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus, which is coming with a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED display, and again we get improvements to brightness and color accuracy. We get a 120Hz display with HDR10 Plus and a resolution of 1440 by 3120, and again is protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 3. We get a 12-megapixel punch-hole camera for the selfies, then on the rear it's a triple camera setup consisting of a wide, an ultra-wide, and a telephoto, but again, at this moment in time, we don't know the exact sensors being used. It's going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite in the USA, and then the global markets are getting the Exynos 2500, and it's coming with 12GB of RAM and a choice of 256 or 512 storage, and this will of course be UFS 4. It's coming with a 4900 mAh battery with 45W fast charging, and of course it's going to come with 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra wideband support, and it's going to be launching with One UI 7 based on Android 15, and it's expected to launch from around $1,000 in January 2025. Now finally, we've got the most premium model, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, and the S25 Ultra is coming with a 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED display with improvements to brightness and the color accuracy. We get a 120Hz display with HDR10+, a resolution of 1440 by 3120, and it's going to be protected by Gorilla Glass Armor 2. We're likely going to get a 12-megapixel camera for the selfies, but there are a few rumors that it could be the first S phone with an under-panel camera. And on the rear, we get a quad camera setup consisting of a wide, an ultra-wide, a telephoto, and a periscope camera. But again, at this moment in time, we don't know the exact sensors being used. Now it's going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite in all regions, and it's coming with 16GB of RAM and up to a terabyte of storage, and this will of course be UFS 4. It's coming with a 5000 mAh battery with 45W fast charging, and it will of course come with 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra wideband, and it's going to be launching with One UI 7 based on Android 15, and the S25 Ultra is expected to launch from $1,300 in January 2025. So overall, the Samsung Galaxy S25 series is looking great. It's refreshing to have a new design when it comes to the Ultra, and the fact that it's going to be using the Snapdragon 8 Elite is going to make many people happy. Now of course, it looks like the lower end models may also use the Snapdragon 8 Elite due to the yield issues with the Exynos 2500, but I'll update you guys as soon as we know more. Now of course, in terms of upgrades, it's pretty much what we expected from an S phone from Samsung. There's nothing really major or hugely exciting or groundbreaking, but with Samsung continually working on AI, hopefully there's going to be some great new software features on offer. But the fact that it looks a little bit different after we've had so many generations looking the same is a refreshing change. Now because of the similarities though, I can't imagine anyone with an S24 is going to be rushing for an upgrade, but for anyone with an older S phone or looking to try out their first S phone, then it will be a great choice. Now launch is fast approaching, and we're no doubt going to get more and more leaks as we approach it, and of course I'm going to be sharing them as soon as they come in, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.